You guys, I am overly excited about being sponsored in this video because I'm sponsored by none other than Enda, which is a sustainable, vegan, gorgeous brand that I'm wearing right now. So stay tuned till the end because you will get the chance to win $500 worth of shopping at Enda, and I will show you the stuff that I got. Vegan shearling jacket, anyone? You know, sometimes you just pick up your phone, snap 10 photos, and all of them look amazing, and you're like, oh my god, I'm so pretty today. And sometimes you take 500 of them and neither of them looks okay. It is not you. You didn't just magically wake up and turn ugly. It's lighting. Let's demonstrate. In front of the window, pretty Jenny. All the way in the back of the room, ugly Jenny. Pretty, ugly, pretty, ugly, pretty, ugly. All of the tips I'm talking about today are like super basic for those of you who just want to look good in photos, hassle-free, no nonsense, take up the camera and take one photo and it's good. It's not about experimenting or being a bit more artsy. So it's basically photography 101. What I tried to prove just now is that sitting or standing close to a window, either facing the light directly or slightly from the side, is the way to go if you want to make sure to take the nicest photo, quickest and easiest as possible. Skip the flash, skip backlit photography, and artificial lighting, that's just nasty. Another thing about lighting that took me for ages to figure out is that the camera is in love with midtones. Everything grey, everything beige, all of that lovely mellow tones. The camera is not a black and white type of person. So, if you want to take a nice photo where your skin tone doesn't turn either yellow or grey, use a grey or a beige background and it will give your camera more of an opportunity to understand what it is that you're trying to do. Let me show you what happens if I remove this nice beige background and just sit in front of the white wall. You will see what I mean. It's like the image will become much more flat. Artificial light. What do you think, David?
Oh, you look terrible. I can't look at you.
Okay, wait for it. What do you
Oh
think
my
now?
god, oh, so beautiful. Oh, I don't know where to turn.
Natural daylight, fresh and pretty. So, the do's and don'ts of lighting. Do sit close to the window or stand close to the window, straight on or slightly from the side. Don't flash artificial lighting far away from the source of light and using white clothes with white background or black clothes with black background. Let's talk a little bit about shooting in sunlight and shooting outdoors, because if you do shoot with like the sun midday straight from above, it's going to be very unflattering. You will get weird shadows and stuff in your face and it's not good at all. Usually what people say is that you should shoot at dusk or at dawn, the golden hour, you know, when everything is romantic and the light comes from the side and it just looks much more softer. Also, if there is very harsh sunlight, you can always just use a building or something as shade and stand in the shade to shoot and it will get much more mellow and nice. I definitely say it's easier to shoot on like cloudy days or in the shade, and be careful if you do shoot on a sunny day to not have part of you in the sunshine and part of you in the shade, because that's very difficult to get right and you will have to do a lot of editing, and we don't want to do that, right? That being said, it is fun to experiment with sunlight using like blinds or covering your face with your hands to create cool shadows. Is all good, but it is more difficult, just be aware. If there is a lot of sunshine in your room, you can just move away from it a little bit or cover it with some sheer curtains or something. These two photos are taken on the exact same day, in the exact same room, just after one another. The only difference is that the first one is in direct sunlight close to the window and the other one is further back in the room in the shade. And as you can see, the shaded one, it's so much easier to work with because the colors and the light is so mellow and soft and sweet. The other one is cool, but much more of a hassle. Yummy. Let's talk a little bit about angles and perspectives, because we're trying to make a 3D world fit into a 2D format. The camera, whatever you put close to the camera will look bigger, and you need to keep this in mind.
Do this with your hand again.
What, does it look cool?
Oh, it's so big. Your hand is so big.
Big hand.
Yes.
Let's demonstrate a little bit. If we take a photo from like above, oh, well done, babe. My head would look really big and my legs will look tiny. Like sometimes people ask me like, oh my god, your thighs are so thin. I'm like, but look from where the angle is. If you take it from above, yes, my legs will look tiny. On the other hand, if we take a photo from the floor level, come on babe, follow along. Can you do it that way?
I don't even know if I'm getting paid for this.
If you take a photo from down here, my legs will look super long. And my
wait. Okay, now they're super long.
And my head will look teeny tiny. And sometimes people ask me like, wow, you have such a teeny head. And I'm like, well, it's just a... Fair enough, actually, I do have a really tiny head.
You do have a tiny head.
I have a tiny head in every photo. With that in mind, if you want to take a photo of yourself, like a full body one, keeping the camera in like somewhere between hip and chest, you will get like kind of a proportionate photo. Of course you can go high or low. If you want some weird angle, maybe you want your dad's sneaker to look super big, then shoot it from below. But otherwise I would say a safe bet to keep all the angles proportionate, straight on from like midriff. Let's talk about posing, and the rule of thumb is to starfish your body. Like basically move your limbs away from yourself. Otherwise you would just look like a lump of flesh, which basically I guess you are, but you don't want to look it. So angle yourself, create weird shapes with your body. It will make your photos look more interesting. It will make your body look cooler and all of that stuff. Again, this is a 3D world smacked into a 2D format. So if you're angling your elbows, for example, don't do it straight like this, because the angle won't show in the photo and you will still look like you only have 2-inch arms. So always make sure that the joints, or whatever you call these, are visible to the camera. The same goes with knees. Like if you hold your foot in front of you like this, you will look like you have a leg that is about this long. If you just angle your little knee, you will see that the leg continues.
I see. I understand.
You see my knee?
Yes, I understand how it works.
So, out with everything.
One more time.
Out. Another thing you should always keep in mind when posing is to engage your core at all times. Soon as someone picks up a camera, engage it. Because it will make, not only will it make your posture so much better, but it will also make your photos look more powerful and you will look so much cooler. But even if you're making like a very, hip kind of slouchy pose, still engage that core, because you will look that you have more intent in your photos. Your core is engaged, your angles are angly. Now it's time to start posing. Whatever you do, don't do the hip out, one hand in the side. You will look good if you do this pose, but if you're in a group photo, all the other girls in the pose are gonna do it as well. So it's cliche, let's stop that. Instead, just try to relax your body, not the core, but the rest of the body. Move a little bit, you will look more natural. Maybe keep one shoulder up, maybe angle one of the legs so that you don't just look straight and stiff and tense. Instead, like, it's okay to move around a little bit. You look weird when you do it, but the photos will turn out really nicely. Why are our phones on? Epic fail. YouTube fail.
Do a red carpet pose.
A red carpet pose. Okay, so I definitely have a slit in my dress, right? So I need to show some thigh, and then a pow.
Yes.
Show some back.
Yeah.
Get that thigh in.
All of it.
Maybe more like this as well.
Yeah. Perfect.
One final thing about posing. Once you get your standard poses down and you feel comfortable, try getting your friend or whoever, your photographer boyfriend, to just shoot quickly while you just do weird moving, dancing stuff. You will look like an idiot, but then you will get some super cool, spur of the moment when your body is kind of relaxed, because it's easy that we just look like super tense otherwise. So don't do the flow. For all you selfie lovers out there, let's talk about giving face, posing with your face. What should you think about? I've come up with a few clever ideas. Now, if you remember, when we talked about lighting, we already said that moving close to the window is better, right? Now you could either go straight on with light straight hitting your face and you will get super bam photos, Or if you want more romantic, moody, soft, either with the light hitting you slightly from the side, 45 degrees angle, or straight from the side, you will get a very mellow, very like moody photo. I prefer the 45 because it's somewhere in between, but you experiment and you find out what you like. I would skip the backlit and all of that, 4 faces. It's just complicated. So first thing first, when we're taking a photo of our face, we want the light to hit our eyes. We don't want dull, dead eyes. So first thing you do is find exactly where to position your head, where the light will really sparkle in your face. If it's a very cloudy, dark day, this is very difficult. And I have a little trick for you then. That is to use something that reflects light, something white, or a mirror, some reflexive surface, and create a little pow of light in your eyes, like a little trick. Actually, let me go get a mirror and I will show you what I mean. Exhibit A, a mirror, aka reflexive surface. Look what happens, this is without the mirror, look what happens when I try to find the light with the mirror and reflect it into my eyes.
Ooh,
there
wow,
we go.
Wow.
Can you see?
Magic.
You can use it from below. You can use a white towel or a white table or something. Or if you want to mellow out shadows from the side, see if I can do this. You can do.
Ooh, wow. Ooh, there we go.
So, use this. The mirror is your friend. Looking straight into the camera, of course, is mesmerizing. If you don't want to be that full on, don't look down or look up. If you look up, you will get only like whites. If you look down, you will lose all the eyes. So if you don't want to look straight in, look slightly to the side, and you will get like, you will see the eye, but without being, you know, I'm looking at you, man. We need to talk about this. The lips. The pursing. I am so guilty of doing the duck face, like tensing up my lips to like, I don't even know why I do that. We all do that when we take a photo or a face. Let's just try to stop it. Relax the mouth at all times, even when you're smiling. Don't tense up, just like relax, open the lips a little bit, and just try to look more natural. And whatever you do when you take a photo of your own face, please don't forget the lip balm. Oh my gosh, thank you again, Insta, for sponsoring this video. I am so excited to work with Insta because not only are they a vegan, sustainable brand, but they're also so incredibly inventive and fun and quirky in their designs. Like a lot of their stuff you can wear in different ways, like off the shoulder or like as a halter neck, or you can use the collar as a collar or as a hoodie. So it's like it's not that common that you find like, you know, vegan, ethical brands that are so quirky and fun and inventive and just like breathe a fresh air into vegan fashion. So I'm super happy about working with Insta. Insta strives to use recycled and biodegradable materials so that the whole process will be sustainable, and most of the products are also made in the US so that they can easily monitor working conditions and that the production process is sustainable. Guys, what are you waiting for? Go to insta.us and check out their beautiful clothing. And also, if you sign up for their newsletter before November 30th, you will get the chance to win $500 worth of shopping at Insta. And I know what you guys are thinking. Do I have an offer code for you? Yes, guys, I do. Use the offer code Jenny and you will get 10% off and free international shipping before the 31st of December. So go on over, check it out, get some nice stuff for Christmas. I don't know, do your thing. That's it for me, you guys. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Hejdå and puss.
Thing you see of a woman.
Yeah.
It's like, can we stop this already?
Let's stop
I've
it.
seen enough asses in panties on beds. It's not even
In my
cute
life.
looking anymore. I mean, in Lost Translation, at least it looked cute.
Yeah.
But now it's just obvious and cliche. So it's not even fun anymore. It's not even sexy anymore.